Boom, 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 boom.
10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters is 1 meter. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters.
Bomb, ba, spot, bomb, a spot, to spont. Bomb, ba, spot, bomb, a spot, to spont. First conjugation, imperfect tense.
The four purposes of sentences are declarative, exclamatory, interrogative, and imperative. The four purposes of sentences are declarative, exclamatory, interrogative, and imperative. During World War I, Great Britain, France, and Russia were allies and fought against Austria-Hungary and Germany, which were called the Central Powers. In 1917, the United States entered the war, assisting the Allies. During World War I, Great Britain, France, and Russia were allies and fought against Austria-Hungary and Germany, which were called the Central Powers. In 1917, the United States entered the war, assisting the Allies.
This is CC, Cycle 2, Week 15 History. Tell me about World War I countries. So it starts off with during World War I. So you're going to make a little circle on your hand, during, and then sign W, W, flip your hand, 1. Great Britain. There are a number of signs that you can do for Great Britain. I'm just going to do the handshake for this one. Great Britain. France is the flipping F. And Russia, remember, like we're throwing ale off of our chin. We're allies. So we put your hands together. They're allies. And fought, hands fighting, against Austria, ASLA, Hungary, ASLH, and Germany. Remember the sign we learned last week for Germany? Index finger and thumb out right at your forehead. That's to signify their helmets, which were called the Central, draw a line down the middle, powers. Both arms come up and show your muscles. In 1917, the United States, we salute, entered the war assisting, so you're showing your hands come out, assisting the Allies, okay? So let's start that from the beginning. During World War I, Great Britain, France, and Russia were allies and fought against Austria, Hungary, and Germany, which were called the Central Powers. In 1917, the United States entered the war assisting the Allies. Good luck.
World War I, there were planes, Nero. And then there would be another plane, Nero. And then there'd be a bomb, boom. And then, I'm not sure what else was there. And then there'd be another plane and another bomb. And lots of fighting, Nero. And that's about all I remember. What are two forms of energy? Two forms of energy are kinetic and potential. Kinetic and potential. These are two forms of energy.
This week we will be studying the Levant. The first country is Turkey, which is right here, followed by Cyprus, which is this little island underneath Turkey right there. Very small. Then you have Syria, which is right underneath. That's that kind of darker pink area. Iraq underneath that, that's the white. And then Iran just to the east of that. Again, the dark pink. So now I ask and you point, where is Iran? Where is Iraq? Where is Syria? Where is Cyprus? And where is Turkey? Now I point and you tell me.
500 AD, 500 AD, Byzantine Emperor Justinian, Benedict and monasticism, Muhammad founds Islam, Zanjan early gone in Africa, Franks defeat Muslims at the Battle of Tours, Golden Age of Islam, ooh, Vikings raid and trade, Japan's Ian period, Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe, Alfred the Great of England, Eric the Red and Leif Erikson, Norse explorers, Vladimir the First of Kiev, Byzantine Emperor Basil the Second, 1000 AD, 1000 AD, East-West schism of the Church, Norman conquest and feudalism in Europe, the Crusades, Zimbabwe, and early Mali and Africa. Aztecs of Mesoamerica, Francis of Assisi and Thomas Aquinas, Japan shoguns, Incas of South America, Genghis Khan rules the Mongols, England's Magna Carta, Ottoman Empire, Marco Polo's journey to China, 100 Years' War, and Black Death, the Renaissance, China's Ming Dynasty. Timeline, timeline, this is my timeline. Age of exploration, circa 1400 to circa 1600. Prince Henry founds the School of Navigation, slave trade in Africa. Gutenberg's printing press, Songhai in Africa. Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia, the Spanish Inquisition. Columbus sails to the Caribbean. 1500 AD, 1500 AD, Age of absolute monarchs, circa 1500 to circa 1800. Protestant Reformation, Spanish conquistadors in the Americas, Calvin's Institute of the Christian Religion, Council of Trent, Baroque period of the arts,
Nice.
Japan's isolation, Jamestown and Plymouth colony founded, Age of Enlightenment, circa 1650 to circa 1800. Hudson's Bay Company, First Great Awakening, classical period of the arts, the 7 Years' War.
This is CC Week 15 timeline. It starts with Japan's isolation. So you're going to show Japan, like the island of Japan, Japan's isolation, like they're alone. Jamestown, you're just going to show the sign for town, Jamestown, and Plymouth colony founded. So just your right thumb up over your left hand. Then Age of Enlightenment, so it's a time of new ideas. So you would just show new ideas. So your pinky comes out. Then you have Hudson's Bay Company. You're just gonna sign this like the first letter. So Hudson's Bay Company. Then you have the First Great Awakening. So you'll just show First Great Awakening. And then you have Classical Period of the Arts. This is a time of simplicity and order, so you would just show simplicity and order. And the last one is 7 Years' War. So you're going to show an ASL 7, so I'm grabbing my ring finger here. 7 years war. So let's start from the beginning. Japan's isolation, Jamestown and Plymouth Colony founded, Age of Enlightenment, Hudson's Bay Company, First Great Awakening, Classical Period of the Arts, and 7 Years' War. Good luck.
The experiment this week is called Bottle Organ, and its purpose is to demonstrate how frequency affects the pitch of sound. So the first thing we're going to do is just check the pitch of the bottles and find out if they sound the same or different without water. You can see they are different, and it's not quite as expected, right? Because there's no water in them. We're expecting them to sound the same, but these are glass. They could have been blown differently, so there could be a different width on the top, or possibly the glass is a different thickness, and that could cause each one to sound a little bit different. I did put them in descending order so you could hear that they went from a higher pitch to a lower pitch. Now I added water to each glass, and I was trying to be pretty specific so I could get a good note out of each one and make a song. So you can see here that the glass that's filled the highest has the lowest pitch. Why does this happen? Well, sounds are made by vibrating objects, and the number of times the object vibrates or moves back and forth is called the frequency of the sound. As the frequency increases, the pitch of the sound gets higher. So tapping on the bottle or a glass causes the glass and its contents to vibrate. As the height of the water column increases, the pitch of the sound gets lower. Edgar Degas, born in 1834, was a French painter, draftsman, sculptor, and graphic artist. He was the son of a rich banker, and he studied law but preferred painting portraits. Later, he developed his abilities in painting dancers, races, town life, and other portraits. Although he did not consider himself an impressionist, he was grouped with them in exhibitions. Degas studied movement of his subjects and then tried to show that movement in his art, especially the movements of dancers and racehorses. Today at CC, the students will be copying Degas' type of movement. They will be creating a stencil and then tracing that stencil and moving it about a half or inch or so, and then coloring with that with crayon, and then be painting over that so that you would show movement of either an animal or a person running.